Live from the Don and Lorena Meyer studio at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communications, this is Nebraska Nightly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Elena Kratke.
And I'm Emma Liberta. Tonight we'll look at the newest park that just hit the Haymarket.
But first, UNL's Union is seeing some exciting changes. That's our top story. UNL's Union is seeing some exciting new changes. 2 new restaurants are making their grand debut set for fall of 2026. The 2 restaurants include Saucy, a slow-cooked barbecue space, and Chula, the first Indian-inspired concept for the Nebraska Union. Along with the new dining options, the updated Nebraska Union Dining Commons will bring back familiar campus staples, including Imperial Palace, Valentino's, and Husker Heroes. Each will be remodeled and updated to fit the space. Be sure to take a stop in the Union after coming back from summer break to take a look for yourself at the updated Union space.
Nebraska State Patrol arrested UNL architecture student David Harris April 13th for suspicions of possessing child pornography. Harris was released from Lancaster County Jail last Wednesday after posting bond at $7,500. According to Lancaster County court documents, the investigation began in February 2025 after the State Patrol received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Patrol identified Harris as the suspect and visited his home last October for questioning. The police seized Harris's phone after admitting to possibly having pictures of young girls. After issuing a search warrant, investigators found over 70 photos and videos of underage pornography. A condition of his bond includes not contacting anyone under the age 19 or being able to possess an electronic device. Harris is scheduled to appear in court on May 15th.
A new skate park is now open in downtown Lincoln, giving riders a brand new space to skate, bike, and further grow the skating community. The park, located in South Haymarket near 7th and N Streets, is part of the city's larger canopy yard development. City leaders say the park was designed for users of all skill levels. The Canopy Yard skate park is the largest of the kind between Denver, Colorado, and Des Moines, Iowa. Local skaters helped shape the project, with many saying the city has needed a modern skate park for years. Supporters believe the new space will help grow recreation, tourism, and community engagement in Lincoln, and are excited to see the city investing in the community.
I came for the grand opening and the mayor was here and it was a really big deal, and there's like 1,000 people here. It just makes me really happy that the skating community in Lincoln and in Nebraska as a whole can get bigger.
The skate park is just one part of the Canopy Yard project, which will also include a playground, dog park, water feature, and other public gathering spaces. Construction will continue until the grand opening in December of this year, but the skate park is now open daily from sunrise to sunset to the public.
While the College of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Nebraska is sometimes overlooked, it has contributed to sophomore Jordan Bowie's success in launching his own studio production. One of the most impactful classes he has taken is video production. This class helped him learn the importance of live production. Bowie credits Professor Sean Hill by teaching him all he knows of business law, which is pivotal to the success of his business.
Everything that I learned from him and applied to what I do from now. Before I started.
Bowie looks forward to continue learning the ins and outs of owning his own studio in the College of Journalism. You can follow him at Production Studios on all social media platforms.
It is possibly the most beautiful spring day we could ask for today.
Let's take a look at if those sunny skies are here to stay.
Unfortunately, the near record temps are not going to fully stay this week. We did get to 88. Just a couple degrees off of a new record here in Lincoln, Nebraska. We take a look tonight, clear skies, just a small 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, beautiful night, 58 degrees, great for a walk if that is what you desire. We take a look tomorrow though, the wind comes back and it comes back strong. 20 to 25 is where we'll be sitting all day on the wind. It'll be about 84 degrees, so it's still warmer, but it's just in fact going to be pretty windy. One of those warm summer days. We take a look at these statewide highs today. Shattering got all the way up into 88, North Platte to 90. Down below North Platte, McCook 94, Lincoln all the way up at 88. We take a look That drought monitor, we've been looking at that the last couple weeks. It is not getting too much better. We are looking at some relief though. We take a look at the rain chances. Wednesday, not too much, but Thursday we look at some. Sunday we see some, and Saturday and Monday both marginal chances themselves. We take a look at a 7-day forecast. 84 degrees on Wednesday. You see 67 on Sunday with storms. Tuesday we get back up to 63. We take a little dip with those chances of storms. But we take a look tonight. Nebraska, Kansas, beautiful day for baseball. 79 degrees at first pitch, 80 just before. But not only is it a great day for baseball, Hayden, how is the game in general?
Yes, softball is playing tonight in Omaha, and baseball is taking the chance at University of Kansas again. It'll no doubt be a great showing for softball and baseball tonight, but for softball, just a short road down to Omaha. We will talk more about Husker baseball and softball, baseball and other Husker athletics after the break. Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Hayden Gary. Baseball and softball both climbed the rankings this week after the weekend sweeps in the Big Ten. Softball was on the road for another second week in a row this weekend at Minnesota, and baseball returned to Haymarket Park as they look to keep their hopes of hosting a regional alive, hoping to keep a regional alive against the 12th ranked USC.
Nebraska baseball back in action at Hawks Field this weekend, taking on the number 12 USC Trojans. Nebraska swept the Trojans in front of the home crowd. Game one was close. USC got out to an early lead, but the Huskers were able to come back and force extra innings. Bottom of the 10th, Mac Moyer hits a walk-off bunt. Huskers win 8-7. Games 2 and 3 of the series, the Huskers were able to get it done early, winning 12-2 and 16-6. Throughout the series, the Huskers homered 7 times, including a Drew Grigos grand slam in Game 3, giving the Huskers complete control. Ty Horn was phenomenal for the Huskers on the mound, pitching in 2 of the games, totaling 6 innings and allowing just 1 run.
Again, we don't win Tuesday's game without Ty. I'm not saying we don't win Friday's game, but it gets a stop for us, in a situation where we absolutely have to have it. And then today, having to go to them in the 3rd inning, that's a luxury to have a guy like that.
Huskers currently sit comfortably in 2nd in the Big Ten, trailing UCLA after the weekend sweep of USC. Next week, the Huskers will be on the road, taking on Kansas on Tuesday, and then we'll head to Illinois for a weekend series in the Big Ten. Reporting from Hawks Field in Lincoln, Nebraska, Matthew Mills, Nebraska Nightly Sports.
Over 21,000 Husker fans showed up for Nebraska baseball's toughest test of the season thus far. Matthew Mill just had that story from Haymarket Park. Husker softball wrapped up this weekend against Minnesota with a series sweep. The dominant weekend started with a 4-0 win on Friday and a 17-2 win on Saturday with an 11-2 victory from the Sunday game at noon. The Huskers moved up in the USA softball poll to number 3 and a full game ahead of both UCLA and Oregon in the Big Ten standings, sitting first in the conference. The Big Red will face off against the Omaha Mavericks tonight in Omaha. The Mavericks are 29-8 with 2 losses against the Huskers this season. Nebraska leads the all-time series 27-12. First pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. Back to you guys at the desk.
With Husker sports in full swing, let's take one last look at what the weather is going to be looking like for those outdoor sporting events.
Mitch, what do you have for us?
Yeah, it's a pretty questionable weekend as we're looking at it. The weather does like to always change, but right now, Saturday, Sunday will be a little bit interesting as far as how we're getting games in. It is an important series. It is senior night for the Husker ladies.
No doubt that the Husker and Iowa matchup will be a good one.
If you know anything about Husker fans, they're going to show up and show out regardless of the weather.
Yes, especially on senior night. I'm sure it'll be a lot of people filling Haymarket Park.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in to Nebraska Nightly.
Be sure to follow us on social media at Nebraska Nightly.
Our next live show is Friday at 4:30 p.m.
Have a great night.
Nebraska Nightly
Guys, I
is a
think I'm gonna
production
miss
of the
some.
University of Nebraska Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communications.